College can be the best of times and the worst of times. Teens, who are barely adults, have to navigate newfound freedoms while juggling course loads, social activities, mental and physical health, and for many, financial instability. Many kids go away to college and learn what it's like not knowing where their next meal is coming from. As a freshman at the University of Texas at Austin, Dat Duong lived on campus where he enjoyed the university's meal plan. But when he moved off campus into an area adjacent to campus where roughly 25,000 students live and commute to class, he noticed that he would often get home after a long day and hadn't eaten a single meal. Now, it's common for college students to joke about being so busy that you forget to eat or lean into the broke college student stereotype. But Duong found that the issue he and some of his friends were facing went far beyond that. While the off-campus neighborhood has multiple convenience stores, the closest actual grocery store is a 20-minute walk. For students who find the off-campus meal plan to be unaffordable, which is the reality for many of them, that poses a huge barrier to food access. Moreover, the convenience stores don't offer fresh or nutritious food. You'd be lucky to find a banana, Duong says. What he and his peers were facing is called student food insecurity, which is when regular access to a nutritionally adequate diet is limited, uncertain, or unaffordable. And this is an issue across college campuses in the U.S., but especially at UT Austin. In 2021, the UT Austin student organization called the Food Security Agency conducted a campus-wide study that found 1 in 3 students at the school faced food insecurity. A previous study from the organization also found that 96% of food insecure students had not experienced food insecurity until arriving on campus. Now a junior in the public health program, Dat Duong runs the UT Austin Food Security Agency, along with Erica Howard, a student in the Masters of Public Affairs program. And just last week, Duong and Howard launched a shuttle program which transports students from campus to a nearby grocery store and then back to their doorstep. They're hoping to transport up to 80 students every weekend to get access to fresh, nutritious food. Helping students get access to food is one step in the effort to eradicate food insecurity on campus. Affordability is another issue that many face. But nonetheless, Duong and Howard's hyper-local small act of courage is already making a big difference on campus. Dat Duong is a junior at the University of Texas in Austin studying public health. He's the co-director of the Food Security Agency, and he joins me now. Dat, thanks very much, and congratulations for undertaking this. I want to ask you, how did you realize... I mean, food insecurity is not a word that rolls off our tongue, right? How did you realize that what you were experiencing as a student, not eating as much as you probably would have liked to, was not just the nature of being a student? It was actually a more serious issue.
Yeah, I think, thank you for having me, by the way. But I think the first thing that really comes to mind when it comes to that was when living on campus, students are really immersed within the UT campus, and there's a lot of support there for you. There's the meal plans, there are the dining halls, so those are all accessible to those students. And it was great. I mean, you could have food whenever you wanted, and it's an unlimited swipe plan. So when it comes to the topic of food insecurity, that wasn't really something that was in my mind. Another thing too is a lot of students, before college, they weren't necessarily food insecure. It's when they come into college is when that kind of topic arises. So it wasn't really until I moved out of campus and moved into West Campus was when I really started to notice that there was a big access issue. That's why a lot of my friends, we chat. There's a stigma behind it, so we really just kind of joke, being like, oh, it's 9 p.m. and I maybe had a granola bar, or those kind of topics. So that's when you start to see the problem. But yeah, so that's kind of my experience with that. And lucky enough, I was able to have a car. So I took my friends to the grocery stores when they needed to. But yeah, it's definitely been an issue for not only my friends, but majority of the students on campus, specifically the ones from.
You've now launched the shuttle idea. And obviously access, this is a universal problem. It's not even just a student problem, right? All across the country, we have issues where even if people had the money to buy all the food they wanted, where you can get it from in your neighborhood is not often there. How much of solving this problem is access to a place like a grocery store, hopefully through your shuttle, versus actual affordability, having enough money to buy the amount of calories that you need to make it through a week?
Yeah. In regards to that, the big thing with that too is with UT, there is a vast array of students from a lot of different backgrounds, specifically income. And I mean, yeah, that's why there's organizations currently on campus like UT Outpost, who gives like 25 pounds of free food to students every month. And then, so that's one sector of it. And then the other sector of it, where it's just like, you just simply cannot get to one. So those two are, I feel like, the overarching like topics that are being addressed here on campus. So that's why we kind of like there is kind of a nuance between the two. But,
yeah, and you're solving for one of the two problems. How much of this? I mean, we talk about Austin. Austin is a hot town. I mean, people are moving in there. It's got tech. It's got all the good things. How much of this is the gentrification of these places? It just becomes unaffordable for students. You want to go to a good school, but you end up, and this is college towns all over America. They're hot places to live.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I'm from Dallas, so coming to Austin is very interesting. It was a shift, and I love Austin. But I think like as the city grows, and specifically when I noticed in West Campus, we see this growth of like these new modern buildings and all these type of things, and you see it being built in the most convenient locations, and you're seeing it built where it's convenient for those students who are able to afford it. So then kind of what happens there is just marginalization of students further and further back, and pushing that access problem even more. So that's really where I've kind of seen it firsthand, and even from a scale as simple as something near campus and such a college area. I mean, this is just what happens here. I couldn't imagine what happens in the broader Austin area, but as students, yeah, that's what I've noticed, at least.
Dat, thanks very much. Congratulations for what you're doing, and continue on. Dat Duong is a junior at the University of Texas in Austin, the co-director of the Food Security Agency. Hey, everyone. MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.